hopefully it's here. To make it hard for the custodians. And we'll be starting at 5 o'clock. So send out those texts, tell them to get around, and we'll start shortly. So we have one mic that doesn't work. All right. Let's put our hands together for the juniors who put out the decorations, the tech support. So welcome to our Accel Middle College graduation. The ceremony should last no longer than an hour. Before we begin, I'd like to remind you, no food or drink. And also, if you could put your cell phone on silent so we don't hear your phone calls. And as the graduates walk across the stage, of course, encourage you to express your pride by applauding and cheering. Again, just no confetti. So without further ado, I'm just to cue the music. Are we home? They have one job. Here we go. Yes. Oh, there it goes. Woo! Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome to Accel Middle College class of 2024. On behalf of the Eastside Union High School District and our graduates, I would like to welcome you to the Evergreen Valley High School Theater. Joining us today is Accel District Coordinator, Mrs. Jennifer Perez. We couldn't have been without her. To start us off, I would invite Hana Mukhtar to come to the stage. Who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Now everyone please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now please remain standing and give a warm welcome to Lauren Lee and Nicolas Ojeda, who will be doing the national anthem. I love you, Nick.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight? What the ramparts we had watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Hardest song to do. Put your hands together again for Lauren and Nicolas. So I'm going to start. Yeah, please be seated. As the history, econ, and government teacher, I was incumbent upon me to have one last attempt where they turn 18 and are set loose adults along the world to give them one last layout lecture. And you're welcome.
before, and that any place is made for love. Ariana Garcia actually came down. Most importantly, remember that the distance is nothing when one has a motive, Austin, Pride and Prejudice. So work always towards your future goals and keep reading, because there's no enjoyment like reading, Austin, Pride and Prejudice. As you take on your own, remember that you shouldn't do everything you want just because you can. Ariana Garcia, that's a Jason Shadow. And that in the world of the living, one must live. Ariana Garcia, that's a Jason Shadow. Because there's no actor. Ariana Garcia, that's a Jason Shadow. And of course, courage is the greatest of virtues. Ariana Garcia, that's a Jason Shadow. I wish for you the strength and ability to bear witness to society's ills, but still hold tight to your dreams like no way. The willingness to try and resist oppression like Julia and Winston. Knowing that while you may fail, the human spirit always will persevere. The ability to admit your own failures and learn from them, like Elizabeth and Darcy. And the ability to transform not only yourself, but the world, Cassiopeia. Thank you, class of 2024, for these 2 years. And the lessons you learn that here at Accel haunt you for the rest of your days. I cannot wait to hear where your stories take you. And we will have a little speech from our graduation coordinator, Aditi.
Welcome, soon-to-be graduates, friends, family, and faculty. It was my honor serving as Accel Class of 2024 Graduation Coordinator. When I originally applied for Accel 2 years ago, I only wished to further my academic pursuits. What I wasn't expecting, however, was the tight-knit, supportive community that Accel inevitably fosters. No pun intended. Each student brought something unique to the Accel environment that made the 2 years unforgettable. Aditi, who served as our class's fearless president over the past 2 years. Lauren Blaylock, my purple-haired twin. Donna, the best Minecraft player in the class. Ariana C., one of my closest friends and the one who keeps up with all forms of pop culture and lets the rest of us know. Ariana Estrada, our fashion icon. Mahika, the class's blogger. Woo! Ethan, who goes out of his way to help everyone without a second thought. Bears Layton, who is the pinnacle of male fashion and theater. Emmy, whose choice of me will unfortunately haunt me for the rest of my days. Lauren Lee, our class's designated singer, as you all saw. Julia, the artist of the class. Tina, the K-drama fanatic, and who will hopefully take a bus one day. Rizzo, who will beat most people in the class, most likely me, in a game of chess. Hannah, the author who the world is not ready for. Ashton, Eagle Scout. Aaron, the sweetest classmate that rocks mostly floral focus. Jenny, whose dry humor brightens up any dull day. Ojeda, who makes the most unhinged jokes. Evan, whose kindness is unmatched. Jude, who taught us all Haka. Nick, who served as our comedic relief over the past 2 years. Henry, who always holds the door open for everyone. And it was honestly my biggest feat holding the door open for you on the last day of school. Preston, whose job at Panda Express provided for many fascinating economic lessons. Summer, who created the amazing senior documentary that we Haley, whose dog brightened up every day that you brought to the classroom. Last time. Toby, the originator of our formal Fridays, which I'm forever grateful for. Amy, our golfing queen. Caitlin, the hard worker that masterminded our wonderful yearbook. Sean, whose face is forever memorialized on a t-shirt. And Winston, the curve ruiner. However, this class would not be complete without the inclusion of our 2 wonderful teachers and the class. Mrs. Drescher, Mrs. and Ms. Perez. Mrs. Drescher's intricate English plans delved into literature beyond grammar and syntax, and Mrs. Liao's colorful personality brought history and economics to life. I would like to take this second to present them with a gift from the entire faculty. I would also like to take this time to thank senior ASB. Everything you see around you today, from the decorations to the brochures, were cultivated by some ASB member. They kept me sane throughout the process of planning graduation, and I could not have asked for a better group to work with. But most of all, I would like to thank my parents. They have been my rock throughout my life, and especially during high school. Through every stressful test, midterm, and final, they've shown unwavering support, and I would not be standing here without them. Congratulations, Accel Class of 2024. We've made it to graduation day. Although our road of trials during high school proved to be a challenge, we overcame this. It's this fact that makes me confident that all of you will find success and happiness in your next journey. Thank you for an amazing 2 years. Up next, we're having a speech from our ASB President, Aditi. Hi, everyone. It's surreal to be here today, not only because we are leaving Accel, but also because we are graduating high school. As full college students, we didn't have a traditional high school experience. We didn't have locker rooms, 6-period days, or even a designated lunch period. And yet, Accel gave me the best high school experience I could have asked for. As class president, I kind of have to be an Accel cheerleader and poster child. It's practically in the job description. But all my proselytizing to non-Accelians wasn't because I felt obligated to do so. I genuinely loved it here. The academic offerings were unique, and of course, our lovely teachers, Ms. Drescher and Ms. Leal, our advocates from day one, made it even more special. But more than anything else, Accel was such an incredible experience because of you, my classmates. For the past month, with our graduation impending, I've spent a lot of time reflecting on what made Accel such a uniquely enriching experience for all of us. It wasn't just the freedom or even the flexibility. No, I think it's that Accel shaped us. Who we were 2 years ago isn't who we are today, and that was because of one another. We came here as 30 different individuals, 32, different schools, different interests, different values, different people. We didn't get along immediately, even if we did have some great class chemistry from the beginning of our Silver Creek boba runs and thriller dance performance. Still, all our differences made us occasionally clash. And yet, if you looked at us today, you might not believe any of the complications we had along the way. Why? Here's my theory. We're still different people from different schools with different interests. That didn't change. What changed was our attitude. Our attitude toward transformation, toward one another, toward those very differences that once divided us. We learned from Ms. Leal that strong communities embrace individuality and reject conformity. We learned from Ms. Drescher that in a sea of Virgil Doyles and Caroline Bingleys, we should be the Noemis and Elizabeth Bennetts, who reject the status quo and strive for more. And from each other, we learned that first impressions can be misleading. At Accel, we embody all these values and more. I'm proud to have been part of the most spirited class, the most empathetic class, and yes, the most jazzy, theatrical, and straight-up entertaining class with the best inside jokes. And I'm so grateful to have been your dictator, president, of course. It's been a great 2 years. Thank you for trusting me to have your best interests at heart, for allowing me grace when I messed up, and for believing in my ability to fix those mistakes. I'm going to miss all of you dearly. I want to conclude with a quote from our beloved Thomas C. Foster in How to Read Literature Like a Professor, the book that started it all. Everything is a symbol of something until proven otherwise. If Accel symbolized anything, it would be a crossroads, a community, and most importantly, the crossing of the threshold from adolescence to adulthood. Dear class of 2024, thank you for making this chapter of my life so special. Here's to many more laughs and tears, many more friends in unlikely places, and many more unforgettable memories. Thank you.
pass the mic to our Accel valedictorians who maintained a 4.0 GPA across all 4 years of high school. Presenting our first valedictorian, Winston Vo.
All right, first of all, I would like to thank Aditi for that profoundly touching speech. It was great and wonderful. Okay, good evening, Mrs. Perez, Ms. Leal, and Mrs. Stresser, if she's out there watching, the parents, families, and friends here today, and of course, the class of 2024. My name is Winston Vo. I am one of the valedictorians in Accel's graduating class of 2024 and senior ASB treasurer. It is my greatest honor to stand here today on this podium, addressing everyone in this auditorium as I graduate alongside my peers. For the past 2 years at Accel, we have had the privilege of pursuing our dreams in an integrated, supportive, and caring environment. I vividly remember my anxiousness as I arrived to class on the first day of school, alone in a room full of strangers. Coming from Oak Grove High School, where I left behind my childhood friends, I questioned if I could ever belong here. The most remarkable thing about Accel was the sense of community that I felt. Where we began as absolute strangers, within days, we had formed an indestructible classroom bond. By now, we have become friends for a lifetime. Our common passion for learning, our desire to challenge each other in and out of the classroom, all the time stressing about papers and exams, and all the moments we spent laughing on picnics and hikes have composed a melodic song of friendship. From the highs to the lows, the laughs to the sighs, we have truly realized the meaning of the term togetherness. For 2 years, we have been together, sharing joy and sorrow, yet time flies and all good stories must come to an end. It seems just yesterday we were introducing ourselves to each other, and we are already graduating today. These 2 years have passed far too quickly as the precious memories fall irretrievably into the past. As this chapter in our story ends, I would like to thank the parents and families here today for raising such amazing and kind students. We're eternally grateful for your love, guidance, and support. To Mrs. Stresser and Ms. Leal, thank you for continually challenging us and giving us invaluable advice in our years here. We will forever remember and apply what we have learned in your classes, from the hero's journey to the Federalist Papers. Thank you to the administration who made Accel possible, allowing us to challenge ourselves in unforeseen ways. To my fellow classmates, thank you for all the moments of joy and laughter we have shared. I have no regrets coming to Accel and befriending you all. Most importantly, to my family, and especially to my mom and dad. Thank you for your endless and unconditional love for me. Your silent sacrifices, compassion, and selflessness have transformed me into the person I am today. Without you, I would be forever lost. As I stand here, in the wake of these memories, I realize I'm only 18. I'm immature, inexperienced, unversed in the ways of the world. But if I may, allow me to just say this. At Accel, these 2 years we spent together are but a fleeting moment in our lives. From here, we will merge into an unknown future, leaving it all behind, meeting new friends, making new memories, and living separate lives. These years will sink into the abyss of a long-forgotten past. But does that render our brief time together meaningless? No, it does not. We were real, we existed, and we will always be here unchanging. To live in the present is to uphold the memories and sentiments of the past. Where others tell you to forget, to move on, I bid you to remember. Remember the past and all its joys and sorrows, for we are the only ones who may give our past meaning. These 2 years mean something to me. What meaning does it hold for you? As we say our final farewells and face the future, let us recall the words of American essayist Ralph Waldo Emerson. Don't be touched by your problems. Be led by your dreams. I hope you all will live happy, fulfilling lives, possessing the courage and fortitude to race towards your dreams and achieve them, but also never forgetting to smell the roses and enjoying the little moments in life. Remember the past, make memories, dream big, and smile more. And so we live on, dreaming the day will come when we will meet again in joy, in nostalgia, and with togetherness as we reminisce upon the past, knowing even if we are apart, these 2 years meant something, as we remain always and forever connected in Accel. Congratulations, class of 2024, and truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Next up will be the other valedictorian, Caitlin Tran.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would first like to sincerely thank each and every one of you for taking the time today to join us and show your support for the graduating class of 2024. I'd like to take this off with a quote that holds a special place in my heart, and it's one that my father has imparted to me, my siblings, countless times. You see, no matter what challenges we may face, my father always reminds us, water is your best friend. And now you're probably thinking, what in the world does water have to do with friendship? And while my dad intended that the phrase he used to remind us to stay hydrated, I encourage you all to think beyond the literal meaning of faucet, right? You see, a best friend, at its core, is someone or something that pushes us to be our very best. And water is a convention that symbolizes life, transformation, and change. That last word is interesting, change. Change is your best friend. Now, looking toward the future can often feel overwhelming, especially when we realize the height of our new challenges. Between moving out and finding our passions to figuring out how to eat 3 healthy meals a day, it can seem like we're stepping into the unknown. We might even ask ourselves, are we really ready for this? And the answer is yes, we are. Change is something that follows us everywhere at every step of our journey. When we first came to Accel, it was a complete shift from what we were accustomed to. Yet, over the past 2 years, we swam through an ocean of obstacles. We learned how to navigate the college system while playing pivotal roles in shaping the Accel community. Our time at Accel seems to have caused a ripple effect. We all have gained more than what we expected, and we have grown as both students and as people. We're ready because we know that change is not an adversary. It is an opportunity to grow as people and to change the world around us. When we reflect on our journey, we will realize that all the changes we overcame and all the changes we brought into the world have had a purpose. All the people we've met have had a purpose. Everything has led us to this moment, in this room, to transform into the current person we are today. And now, change is urging us to continue moving forward, to keep learning and trailblazing, and to just keep swimming. I had to. If you didn't know, today is our high school graduation, and very soon, your best friend will reach out again, giving you another opportunity to transform. Be courageous and step forward with change. The new and the different will always be daunting and unsettling, but it will make sense at the end. Remember how far you have come. The road of trials we have ventured on during these past 2 years has taught us that the greatest lesson is change. To be loved is to be changed. And I have truly been loved and changed by my village, my teachers, my parents, my family, my mentors, and of course, my friends. My fellow Accelanos, it has been an absolute honor. It has been an opportunity for this past few years. And I will be always grateful for the love and the lessons we have shared with one another. And I am so excited to see where you are going to next. In a longer journey, I hope that you remember that water is your best friend. Thank you.
here. Congratulations. And now I would like to pass on the microphone to Ms. Leal, who will begin the presentation of the class.
Every single one of these graduates mentioned their families, and I would like to take the opportunity to give an applause to the families here today. Put your hands together and thank you so much. Presentation of diplomas. Before we start, I want to make sure that there's a photographer here. Where?
Yes, right here. All right.
Oh, you're in the back.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so where do you'll get them?
Yes,
right?
I will.
Okay, I thought they were down, we're gonna be down there. Perfect, okay. So we only have 32, so take your time, put up your applause. And I've been practicing, as usually Mrs. Drescher takes this part of announcing the names. Because for the last 2 years, it's been Chica. So this is, attempt to get the names for the first time in 2 years. So, first row, please stand. Do we have names? Is it a good one? Aditi, Anand. Lauren Blaylock. Donna Bowie. Ariana Lau Custodio. Ariana Celine Estrada. Mahika Joshi. Strawberry Valentine Layton. Ethan Lay. Second row, please stand. Annie Losa Morales. Lauren Wento Lee. Julia Mai. Tina Kao Mai. Rasul T. Maji. Hana Mukhtar. Ashton Nguyen. Did everyone sign the release? Aaron Nguyen. Third row, please stand. What? No, sorry. Jenny Nguyen. Ujwal Nigam. Evan Michael Noel. Jude Emmanuel Balbastro Ochoa. Nicolas Ojeda. Papers? Oh, sorry. Henry Wan Chung. Preston Ross Nguyen. Summer Sammy. Last row, please stand. Haley Dawn Sanders. Bhargavi Suresh. Theodore Charles Taylor. Tobias Taylor. Amy Tran. Caitlin Tran.
Greeting.
Sean Tran. Winston Vo. Our graduates. All right, so if I could ask our graduates to please stand. And please now move your tassels to the left. This signifies that you are now successful graduates, and it is my pleasure to present the class of 2024. I certify that these seniors have met all of the requirements set forth by Eastside Union High School District and State of California, and do hereby declare the class of 2024 to be graduates of Accel Middle College. Family and friends, please remain seated until all of our graduates have exited the theater. You can join your student outside in the lobby where we'll have some refreshments, and there's an opportunity for you to sign the photo cards. Thank you so much for attending, and congratulations to the class of 2024.